guys.
Welcome back to Jord&Jess. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Jord.
I'm Jess.
And basically what we're going to talk about today is, well, there's been a couple of updates since we last left you guys. We've not done a video in a couple of months. We've been super busy, but of course that's never an excuse. So we do need to get the content delivered to you guys on a regular basis. So that's what's going to happen. We've got a couple of updates to tell you. There will be a third little property entrepreneur or general entrepreneur joining the family. Jessica's pregnant, so we're expecting a little girl to be here before the end of the year. So of course that's very exciting.
Yes, so the main structure of our video, how it's going to go today, is, as you know, if you follow us on social media, we've just come back from Miami from the CARDONE Business Bootcamp. So is it the third time we've seen him now?
Yeah, I think so.
So it's the third time we've seen him now. Gets better every time, learn more each and every time. But really it's going to be a take on what we took from Grant, how we're going to implement it into our business. And then we also thought we'd throw in a few tips about what we learned from the man himself to benefit you guys, hopefully in your business, so you can take a few tips from what we're going to let you know today.
Of course, yeah. Look, we just want to be an example that we've had to catch a flight to go to Miami to learn from Grant. Obviously, we're better than to have a seminar and to learn from than Miami, but it's just an example of you need to do whatever it takes. So we do it. We want you guys to do it if you're serious about your education, which I'm guessing this is why you're on the channel. By the way, for those of you that don't know who Grant Cardone is, I suggest that you would follow him on Instagram right now. He's an animal when it comes to business, sales, marketing. He will change your life if you start following his content. Yeah, YouTube
content
as well.
All the time.
Content king. So
it's not only about business as well. He also, with his wife Elena, they speak about relationships and stuff like that whilst working and growing. So
just probably general all-round growth. But he is the man. If you wanna grow, if you wanna earn more income and have a better life, he's the man. So yeah, we're gonna be sharing tips that we learned. It's only fair. We've gone there. We've got the data, but we come back and share it with you guys. It's a perfect video to get back on delivering the content to you guys. So,
should we begin?
Yeah, let's go. Let them have it. Okay, guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you 4 key steps of advice from the man himself, Grant Cardone, and it's all official here. We've got the workbook here from the 10X Business Bootcamp in Miami. So it's literally notes that we've taken directly from the man himself, and we're going to deliver them to you here today on this video. So step number 1, okay, is, if you know Grant Cardone already, you've probably already heard this, but money follows attention. And it's as simple as that, and it's so true, right? So what he means by this is you just need to go out into the marketplace and get people's attention. People need to see you, see your business, and know who you are. That's what it is.
I had to do it.
Go out there and just grab attention. People need to know who you are. They need to know what you offer, what you do, and what your business is. Even if they don't engage with you on the first time they see your ad, they now know that you exist on planet Earth. So get the attention, and money will follow. Now, obviously, we get attention by running ad campaigns and advertising our brand and ourselves out there. So obviously, the main platform will be social media. All of the social platforms out there. Then there's other types of advertising as well. But of course, once people see you, they know you exist, they click on your ad, they try and make contact with you. You then need a sales process in place to convert that lead to a sale. So,
on to the next thing we're going to talk about. So, a little bit about our business. So, since we've came back from Miami, we've managed to secure 3 deals. So, that's really good. We're going to be taking on them properties next month. So, we're going to be super busy. But what I'm going to tie it into is something that Grant spoke to us about, and it's mistakes that people make when they make proposals and offers, whether it's to landlords or estate agents. So the first one would be that you don't initiate a proposal. So basically what this means is that you don't even offer a proposal to an estate agent or landlord. Is that what it means?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So the second one would be that you sit around and wait for ideal situations, which is not good, so don't do that. The third one would be unwilling to invest time into a proposal. The fourth one would be that you're avoiding negotiations. So for us, this would probably be our top one if we were to fail at making proposals. We don't, but we do a lot of negotiations basically. So back and forth with landlords and estate agents. So if that was something that we didn't do, all of our deals would more than likely be lost. So because we do negotiation, a lot of it has got us a lot of deals. So never avoid negotiation. And the fifth one would be fear of losing the customer to different competitors. So with our landlords that we go and meet, we have got a lot of competition out there. There's a lot of people doing rent to rent. Landlords are receiving 5, 6, 7 letters from different rent to rent companies, and for whatever reason they choose to go with us sometimes. The landlords do, other times they may not, but the landlords who have chose to go with us, simply because it's down to trust,
because
to
we're the best,
us as people.
basically. We have to convince them that we are the best.
Yeah, because what we offer them is a good service, the negotiation, us as people. So yeah, don't make these mistakes when you do proposals, and always send a written proposal and offer to either a landlord or an estate agent. That's the way to take it seriously.
Okay, guys, the next step is a big one, the follow-up.
Yes.
Following up, it's so simple, and I'm sure people know that you need to follow up, but literally nobody does it. Even the bigger companies out there.
It can be scary and daunting, can't it?
Even the bigger companies out there, nobody follows up. So literally, I've got some facts, some studies here. So literally, only 2% of all sales are made on the first contact. So that's the first contact to your lead client, for us to a landlord maybe. The first point of contact, the first time we send them a letter or the first phone call we have, only 2% of sales happen on the first contact. Okay, only 3% happen on the second. I'm going to skip a couple of figures here and go to 80% of all sales are made between the 5th and the 12th contact. Now, how many of you really even call an agent or a landlord 5 times or 12 times? But the statistics say that that's where the money is made. That's where the sale is closed, between contact number 5 and contact point number 12. So just don't be afraid to follow up. And what them guys are big on, and I know they're American and we're English, and it's like, oh yeah,
they're hardcore.
You know, they're more outgoing and a little bit crazier than us. But what they're doing in Grant's company is the complete right thing. And if you're gonna lose a deal, lose it on your terms. You know, if you're gonna follow up too much, have somebody tell you, don't call me anymore, you know, get angry at you because you're following up too much. But in most circumstances, you following up is going to get you the deal, keep you in your client's mind, and it's going to lead to you getting the deal.
So, following on from what Jordan said, I'm going to, in my spare time, I wrote down an example of what our basic follow-up kind of routine is, of what we usually go through. So, the first sort of point of contact is when we either reach out to a landlord, send them a letter, anything. It's basically contacting them, reaching out to them. And the second one would be receiving the call from the landlord or estate agent, or reaching out to them. We would then meet them at the property. We would then send the proposal over. We would then follow up a proposal, which can take time to get into contact with the right person. Landlords, you know, they've got other businesses, most of them, they're extremely busy, they're hard to get hold of. So you've got to follow up. We usually more than likely follow up again and again to get to them. In this time, when we're following up and going backwards and forwards, we're in the negotiation process as well. So whether that be the landlord says, no, I don't want that, that's too low, or, you know, can you do this, can you do that? So it's going backwards and forwards. You know, we're both discussing it, going backwards and forwards. So we're going backwards and forwards quite a few times. With our deals we've took on recently, we've probably been following up one of the landlords for maybe like about a month. It's been about a month.
Yeah, we commonly follow up landlords.
It's going backwards and forwards.
At least that length of time. But the other thing is that's important about when you're following up, and this comes directly from Grant Cardone as well, it's not from me, is obviously when you're following up, don't just follow up for the sake of following up. Every single time you follow up, you have to be creative. You have to think of a reason to follow up. Yeah. You know, hey, I've just had an idea, you know, give me a call, or just have a different reason every single time for following up. So think of something, be creative, so you have a reason to talk to them as well as following up. Yeah. It's not just checking in to see on your thoughts, or just checking in to follow up sort of thing.
And I'd say the other main thing about following up as well would be simply because of the sheer mass of competition that's out there at the moment. If you're not following up, somebody else is going to follow them up, and they're going to take them more serious. They're not going to be thinking about you. They're going to be thinking about the person who's making the effort to call them and reach out to them.
You need to be first.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. Me and Jess, we're looking for a new property software. We contacted the company, and first of all, you can't just get started straight away. You have to request a demo, right? So you request a demo, you put your details in, and nobody's contacted us within a few hours. I want this software now. I'm a buyer, I'm a customer, I want it now. They haven't contacted me. I've then gone and contacted them via email, and they still haven't replied to me. Days have gone by now, and literally they're losing the sale. These are big businesses.
No, I think actually I received an email back, but she said after she's done with her appointments, she'll be in contact with you. And I'm like, when's that going to be?
People don't want to make money, so your competition isn't always that great, even if they're bigger companies, even if they're bigger than you. People don't follow these simple sales principles and follow-up principles when it comes to business. And a lot of people are afraid, especially in this country, to follow up too many times. You think you're going to bug the landlord or bug the client. But really, if you truly believe in your service, product, and your value, then you need to get it into the hands of the landlord in our case, or of your clients, because you're doing them a disservice by not serving them. The only way you can solve their problems is by serving them your product or your service. So until you do that point, until you do business with them, you're not helping them.
Okay, so the last final thing we're going to speak about today is basically going to be, we're going to pick 3 things that we personally took away from grants. We took away loads, but these 3 main things that we took away that we're going to implement into our own business. One of them really hit back hard because we've wasted a lot of time and stress over it. But yeah, I'll let Jordan explain what
I'm
we're
guessing
going to start
that's finances, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, we already know this, but it is when you're in the day-to-day of the business and you're getting started, you're in a startup, you're still in your first year of business, obviously finances can be an issue. So, what Grant basically says is just don't spend your time looking at your expenses, what's going out, all this stuff. Basically, anything that falls below the top line, which is income, gross income, what comes in our case, that's rent. Anything underneath that, expenditures, things going out, bills, costs, all this sort of stuff.
Basically.
Can you get a close-up of that on there?
So, anything that is basically below the revenue line and the net sales line, anything below that you want to give 5% to. So that's your expenses, basically your expenses. The only thing you want to be giving 95% to is your revenue and your net sales. So that's the most important line that you want to grow and put all of your time into.
Yeah, so Grant says literally focuses 95% of his time on his income, which is what they call the top line, and 5% on the rest. So sometimes it's easy to get bogged down, especially when you're starting out. You're like, oh, where did this money go? When did that bill come out? Because obviously other than just costs of properties, you have business expenses as well. And sometimes it's easy anyway, what I'm trying to say is to get caught up in the expenses, when really and truly the answer to all of your problems, the answer to your financial situation is always bring more money in, more deals. Any problem we have, the answer will always be get more deals, get more deals, more money coming in. Because essentially we want to grow our expenses. We want to grow our expenses. As a company, we want to grow. That means our expenses need to grow. We need to get offices, and then eventually we'll get bigger offices, nice offices in bigger locations, better locations, bigger teams, all this kind of stuff. Our expenses, we want them to get bigger because we want to be huge. So our expenses need to get bigger. For our expenses to get bigger, our income needs to 10x and 10x and 10x. So yeah. All about that top line, all about getting more deals, bringing in more money to the company.
So the next one would be, do you want to maybe elaborate a bit more on the morning meeting.
Yeah. So these are basically key tips that we are going to implement, already have implemented from day one when we got back into our business. So at the minute, the team is me and Jess, and we literally have taken from the Cardone team over there that we're going to have a morning meeting. So
we need to start acting more as a company team. Do you know, like we need to have the morning
because we're in a
meeting.
relationship. It's easy to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
And we're just in a business and relationship together. But you know, what we are implementing now is to actually have obviously when we get more staff as well, we will have them having morning meetings. But right now, me and Jess, you know, we have a morning meeting, just 10 minutes in the morning. So we will literally go through the day, what events are happening in the day. We'll set targets. So if we, out of our entire list of tasks to complete for the day, we'll set targets for 3 or 5 sort of things that we are non-negotiable. If we don't do anything today, we need to complete these tasks. And we'll just basically go through the day, have a morning meeting so that we're clear on what is expected from each other from today.
I'd say if you are watching this and you do struggle to set out your day and plan your day, because if you don't plan your day, it happens to us, you just kind of you float through the day. I would recommend getting Grant Cardone's 10X planner. It's there.
There's another one.
No, you're gonna have to get it off there. There with us.
Get it out.
So I'm not going to show you everything, but basically, I'm showing that right. Okay, I'm not going to show you everything in here. Basically,
Show them the front page.
From 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. at night, we map out our day. On this side, you've got your goals, your quote of the day, your targets, your successes. And a little bit for your goals. It looks like this.
We'll show you what it looks like.
So we just bought some over from Miami as well. So it looks like this. It's the Grant Cardone 10X planner. It's amazing, really.
Obviously, you can plan your day without that, or there's plenty of other ones online. It's just that one's just ideal because it's
this
got
one
the time
helps
slots
us,
in there and stuff like that. Basically, you don't need the fancy gimmicks. Just plan your day. You know, just plan your day from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. Try and put as much stuff in there as possible. 9 times out of 10, you will not get them all done, but you will follow a structure for the day, which is so much more powerful than when you don't plan the day. Me and Jess noticed we kind of just float around and we are not even half as productive. So that's a massive thing. On the back of that now, what we've also implemented is obviously at the end of the day, we're going to check in with each other again, and we're going to evaluate the day, the wins, the losses, what we could improve on, blah blah blah, what we need to move over to tomorrow, and basically evaluate the day. We also purchased Cardone University at the Miami Bootcamp event. So that is basically a training university from Grant Cardone.
It's full of stuff.
It's phenomenal. It's literally full of sales, marketing tips. So that is our training in the morning. We'll also be getting staff on that as well, because sales training. So in the morning, you know, we do some sales training. We write notes whilst we do it. We after each video, the video segments, we stop and talk to each other about what we learned, and then we do some role play as well to really actually drill the learnings. Okay.
So
what else?
Yeah, I think that's really it about from what we took from the main things that we wanted to share, basically, that would probably help your business as well, but really like the meetings, Cardone you, and not waste of time on expenditures. So yeah, I think that's mostly it, what we took away from it. I mean, if you have any questions, as always, pop them below. We're going to start uploading videos weekly again. And getting as much content out. So by all means, please pop a comment down below of what content you want to see and what you want to see again. And we'll more than happily record some new stuff for you guys to get out there. We will be going to see Grant again, won't we? We are planning on to.
Vegas.
If you follow us on Instagram, again, one of our goals is to buy the diamond tickets for next year's event in Las Vegas. So we're hoping to be able to do that. We will be able to do it. Actually.
For sure. So that's it, guys. I mean, look, we're coming back. We're back on YouTube now. We want to deliver great content, and we also want to get better quality videos, but more frequent videos out as well. So if you give us, if you guys want anything in particular, like Jess said, that you want to know or you want us to cover, by all means, you know, we need the content. So give us your ideas as well as our ideas. We'll mix them all up and we'll just make as many videos as we possibly can.
Also, any ladies watching, I'm going to start I'm doing some research into the minute, but I'm going to start.
Or dads.
And dads, actually, sorry. And dads.
Come on.
I'm going to be starting a mum vlog. which is basically posting videos about how my pregnancy's going, things I bought, you know, sort of what's in my hospital bag sort of thing when I get around to that sort of stage. But yeah, I'm going to be starting to do that, so keep an eye out for it, and please follow it and share it, as I know there's, you know, a load of pregnant women at the moment out there. And dads as well, you can get some tips.
So that's it. Jess is starting a pregnancy vlog as well. That's going to be great. So make sure you follow her up on that when she gets it going. Have you got it going yet?
No, I'm still doing research.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I would just say, in a nutshell, what I think I can just, you know, give you guys is from Grant Cardone, even though we've covered all these sort of points. I would say, in a nutshell, literally, get the sales, get your attention. So just literally get out there and ask people for their business as much as you can, like a crazy maniac. Just send letters, get in people's faces, have adverts, have organic adverts online, and just really just, you know, make as many phone calls as you can. Just really try and make as many points of contact as possible to get the sale. And then after that, just follow up. Don't be afraid to follow up too much. There's no such thing. So thanks for watching, guys. We're going to close the video there. We'll see you next time. Let us know below what you want to see on the channel, because we're going to blow this thing up.
See ya.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment what you want below. Ciao.